everybody, my name is Sarah and today we're going to be doing a total body Fitball workout and we're going to go ahead and just jump right into it. So to begin, we're going to go ahead and grab our Fitball of choice, or you can use a chair for any of these exercises, and if this doesn't work out for you, you don't have to use any equipment at all. So we're going to go ahead and start with some Fitball twists. So standing with our feet hips width apart, we're going to go ahead and just gently twist the ball to each side of our body, about halfway around the sides. Awesome job. Making sure we're keeping our back nice and aligned here and taking some nice breaths. Nice work. Feel free to move at a speed that's comfortable for you. Really feeling our arms engaged here as well. Making sure that we're not stretching too far past the sides of our body. We should feel tension but not pain here. Awesome work. We'll do this for about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Next, we're going to move into our leg swings. So still holding the ball out in front of us, we're going to go ahead and swing our right leg back and forth, similar to a pendulum. This does require a bit of balance, so if you need to hold onto the wall or chair for balance, feel free to do so. Really feel our core engaged here, keeping that back nice and straight. Awesome work. We'll do this side for 10 more seconds and then switch to the other. 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Next we'll move to the other leg, still keeping that ball out in front of us. Again, holding what we need to for balance here. Really feeling our core engaged to help keep that balance. Awesome work. We'll do this side for 10 more seconds and then switch to the opposite direction with our right leg. So 3, 2, 1. We're going to go ahead and come back to that right leg. We're going to swing it kind of in front of us in a horizontal motion. Keeping that Fitball out in front of us to help stabilize us. Awesome work. Crossing that midline with our foot and going at the pace we need. Nice job. We'll do this side for 10 more seconds and then switch to the other. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Now to the other leg. Remembering to take those nice deep breaths. I know for myself, I sometimes tend to hold my breath during balance exercises. We do not want to do that. Awesome job. And we'll do this side for 10 more seconds as well. 3, 2, and 1. Next, we're going to move into a side body stretch. So holding our Fitball, we're actually going to bring it up above our heads, keeping a nice micro bend in our elbows to not overextend our back. And then we're going to lean to one side, feeling that gentle stretch in our back, making sure our feet are nice and facing forward, taking deep breaths here. Awesome job. Go ahead and switch to the other side. Nice work. We'll do this for 3, 2, and 1. So we'll go ahead and begin with our first exercise, lower body exercise. We're going to go ahead and do some squats. So keeping our feet slightly wider than hips width apart, we're going to go ahead and hold that ball out in front of us with our arms as straight as possible, and then just come down into that 90-degree squat. Awesome work. If at any point you need to place the ball on the ground and continue with regular squatting, feel free to do so. The ball just serves as an added weight here. Really helps you keep that core engaged, activating those arm muscles as well as our leg muscles. Nice work. Taking those nice deep breaths. And really focusing on that posture, making sure we're keeping a nice flat back. Nice job. We'll do this for 10 more seconds. Move into our next exercise. 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Next, we're gonna move into some calf raises. So again, just holding that ball out in front of us to activate those arm muscles while we're doing our lower body. We're gonna go ahead and rise up to our toes, keeping our feet hips width distance apart. Again, trying our best to keep those arms out as straight as possible, but keeping that nice micro bend as we need. If you need to hold a wall or a chair for balance here, feel free to do so. If you'd like to set the football down and proceed with calf raises, that works just as well. Nice work. We'll do this for about 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. So next we're going to go into our reverse lunge. So we're going to want to place our football on the ground, keeping one of our shins placed gently on top of the ball, making sure our hips are facing forward, and bringing down that front knee into a 90-degree angle and coming back up. Nice work. Feel free to adjust as needed, whatever feels comfortable for us. If it's better to not use the Fitball for this motion, feel free to get rid of it. Awesome job. We'll do this side for 10 seconds and then switch to the other. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, everybody. We'll go ahead and switch that ball to our other leg, placing our opposite shin on the ball and making sure our hips are squared off nice and straight and coming into that 90-degree bend. Again, adjusting as we need to here. Nice work. Focusing on that breath and keeping our back nice and straight. Awesome job. We'll do this side for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work, everybody. Next, we're gonna go ahead and move into our Fitball bridge. So for this, you're gonna wanna come on down to your mat into a seated position. We're gonna keep the Fitball out in front of us. We're gonna go ahead and place the heels of our feet onto the ball, making our way down to our back. And then for this, we're gonna wanna go ahead, keep our arms down at our sides for balance, bringing our hips straight towards the ceiling as best as we can. If you would like to do this without the Fitball, keeping her knees at that nice angle and just coming into our glute bridge like so. For our purposes, we'll go ahead and keep using the Fitball. Many of the exercises we'll use with using the Fitball require a lot of balance. So at any time, if you need to take a break or just pause, feel free to do so. We'll do this for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Staying in this position, keeping our heels on the ball, we're gonna go ahead and raise our hips towards the ceiling, holding this almost downward plank position and rolling our feet in, our heels in towards our glutes. Nice work. If at any point you need to lower your back to the ground, feel free to do so. Awesome job. Remembering to breathe as we go, moving at the speed that feels comfortable for us. Nice work. We'll do this exercise for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. Feel free to take this moment to take a sip of water. Nice job. We're gonna come back up to standing, keeping our Fitball in front of us. We're gonna go ahead and start with a bent over row and coming into our tricep extension. So for this, and because I have a smaller Fitball here, I'm gonna go ahead and have it placed where a larger Fitball would be, and easier to reach down and hold. I'm gonna go ahead and just hover slightly above what is needed for this specific exercise. So keeping our feet about hips width apart and keeping that nice micro bend in our knees. We're gonna keep our backs nice and flat. Keeping one hand on our Fitball, we're gonna take our opposite arm and come into this row position with our elbows coming in at 90 degrees. And at the top of this 90 degrees, we're gonna go ahead and extend our arm back. Awesome job. Nice work. Keeping that back nice and flat, taking breaths as we need. You do not need a Fitball for this particular exercise, but if you have one or a chair that you can reach, feel free to use it. If you'd like to increase the intensity here, you can add weights, free weights. Awesome work. Do this side for 10 seconds and switch to the other. 3, 2, and 1. We'll go ahead and switch to our other side. So again, because the Fitball I'm using does not have, pretty small, I'm gonna just hover slightly above it. And just coming with that elbow into our row position and bending that arm back at the 90 degrees. Awesome work. Keeping that slight micro bend in our knees. Keeping our gaze focused just out in front of us. Nice job. Remembering our breath. Good work, everybody. We'll do this side for about 10 more seconds and then switch into our next exercise. Nice work. 3, 2, and 1. So next we're gonna make our way onto our Fitball by placing the center of our spine along with the ball. So placing it behind us, I find it a little bit easier to start sitting on it and then roll my way down towards the center of my spine. You should have the Fitball about mid-back area, maybe slightly higher for the size that you're using. And we're gonna go ahead and start with our bicep curls. So for this, we're gonna wanna rest our elbows just along either side of our ribs, ideally on the ball, and bringing our arms down all the way and then coming up into that bicep curl, squeezing at the top of this motion, and then gently lowering back down. Awesome job. If you have weights you'd like to use here, feel free to do so. Nice work. Keeping our gaze nice and soft out in front of us. Taking those nice deep breaths. And really squeezing at the top of this bicep curl to feel that muscle activation. Nice job. We'll do this for about 30 more seconds. Really just feeling the full movement here, making sure to extend our arms all the way. Nice work. We'll do this for 10. 3, 2, 1. Nice work, everybody. So staying in this position, maybe rolling it just slightly higher up your back. We're gonna go ahead and bring our arms out to either side of us, keeping our chest nice forward. We're gonna go ahead and keep a nice micro bend in our elbows here, and then bring our fists to meet straight out in front of us, lowering back down for our chest fly. Again, if you have weight that you would like to add here, feel free to do so. Awesome work. Moving at the speed that feels comfortable for us, that matches our breath. Good job. We want to keep our arms about shoulder height here to really feel that muscle activation. Our core should be engaged here as well as we rest on the Fitball. We shouldn't feel too much tension in our leg muscles at this moment. Nice work. We'll do this for 30 more seconds and move to the next exercise. Awesome job, everybody. We'll hold this for 10. 3, 2, 1. Next, we're gonna go ahead and move into our decline push-up. So coming back to our mats, taking a sip of water as you need. We're gonna go ahead, and keep the ball. Figuring best how to show you guys this. We're gonna go ahead and place the ball behind us, bringing the tops of our feet on top of the ball. And then just holding our feet straight out behind us, like so. So for our purposes, because my ball is a little too small to balance on, I'm just going to use my knees here for our decline push-ups. But the ball is where it should be. Now it's where it should be. Awesome job. Okay, so then we're just gonna come straight into our 90-degree bend at our elbows for our push-up. The ball doesn't escape from me. Nice work. Keeping our back nice and straight, our core engaged. If you have a larger Fitball, hopefully holding that balance. We'll do this for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Awesome work. So next exercise, we're gonna actually hold this position. Well, ideally you'd be at the top of this motion with your legs out behind you. But for our purposes, I'm just going to come down to my knees and go ahead and start with my shoulder taps. Nice work. So it's the same position here as our decline push-up, but now we're just alternating our arms with our opposite shoulder. Nice work. Keeping our core engaged. Taking those deep breaths and moving at the speed that feels comfortable for us. If you would like to not use a Fitball at all at this point, feel free to do so. We'll do this for 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Next, we're gonna move into our pike. So again, we're gonna wanna keep our feet kind of on the ball. I'm gonna try to bring it towards my shins so that you guys can see a little bit more of how this should look. And so normally you would be placing the tips of your feet on the ball and coming into a high pike. I'm gonna go ahead and try to readjust here. So sorry about that. We're gonna go ahead and bring the tops of our shin onto the ball. And then we're gonna go ahead and just move our shins in, bringing our knees towards our elbows to supplement our tall pike. Nice work. We'll do this for 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. All right. Next, we're gonna move into our plank. So moving away from our feet on the ball with our arms on the ball. It still requires some balance, but hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate this for you guys. We're gonna go ahead and bring our feet out directly behind us with our forearms on the ball, holding this high plank. If you'd like a modification here, feel free to come down to your knees. Awesome work. Remembering to focus on our breath, and keeping our back nice and straight, and keeping our core engaged. Try not to bring the ball too close into your chest, but keep it out with our elbows at that nice 90-degree angle. Awesome work. We'll hold this for 10. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Go ahead and take another sip of water here if you need it. We're gonna move into our side plank / oblique crunch. So we're gonna go ahead and move the ball to the side of our ribs. Whichever side you wanna start on is fine. Placing one arm over the ball and keeping our feet parallel and just directly on top of one another or out in front of us or behind us if we need that extra balance. Bringing our hand just gently behind our neck and coming up into this side crunch. Awesome job. Should really feel this in our obliques. Holding the floor for balance if we need to. We shouldn't feel any pain here, just tension. Keeping our neck nice and neutral. Awesome job. Focusing on that breath. We'll do this side for 10 more seconds and then switch to the other. 3, 2, and 1. Coming to our other side, we're gonna keep that same position, keeping our ribs along the side of the ball. Try to get in the frame for you guys. And keeping our feet just directly on top of one another or out in front if we need that extra balance. Go ahead and placing that hand just on our neck gently and coming up into that crunch. Nice work. Remembering to focus on that breath, keeping our neck nice and neutral, and really feeling this in our obliques. Good job, everybody. We'll do this side for 10 more seconds. and then move into our center crunches. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. So just rolling around just to face forward, coming down and keeping that ball just at the center of our spine. We're gonna go ahead and take both of our arms and place them behind our neck gently, coming up into that center crunch. If you need to adjust your position on the ball here, feel free to do so. If you'd like to not use the Fitball for this portion, feel free to do a standard crunches on the ground. If you'd like to keep your arms out in front of you, reaching for your knees, this is an excellent alternative. Really just feeling that crunch when we come to the top of our motion. Squeezing our abs at the top. Nice work. Remembering to breathe here. Keeping that neck nice and neutral so we don't feel any pain. Awesome job. We'll do this side for 10 seconds. Or we'll do this exercise for 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. For our last core exercise, we're gonna go ahead and bring the ball just in front of us, keeping either our shins or our hands on the ball. We're gonna go ahead and almost come into that top plank position, bringing our knees in for our core climber. Awesome job. If you'd like to not use the Fitball here, it's going to be our standard mountain climber. Bring our opposite knee to our opposite elbow. Adding the Fitball increases that balance and strength component. Awesome job. Keeping our back nice and straight. We'll do this side for 10 seconds. We'll do this exercise for 10 seconds. If I can balance on my tiny Fitball. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Next, we're gonna go ahead and come into some of our stretches. So we're gonna go ahead and sit on our Fitball. And we're gonna go ahead and start with our single leg stretches. So bringing one leg out in front of us, we're gonna go ahead and reach with that same arm towards our toes, gently pulling back the toes if we can. Taking a moment to breathe, keeping that back nice and straight, and our neck nice and neutral. Keeping that gaze out in front of us. Awesome job. And we'll hold this side for 10 seconds and move to the other. 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and move and switch to that opposite leg. Gently reaching with our same arm towards our toes. Just resting that other hand on top of that knee. Awesome work. Taking those nice deep breaths as we begin to cool down. Nice job. We'll do this for 3, 2, and 1. Staying in our seated position, adjusting as needed. We're gonna go ahead and bring our right knee over our left, our right leg over our left knee. If you need to hold chair or wall for balance here, feel free to do so. And just gently rolling forward on the Fitball to our figure 4 stretch. We should feel tension but no pain here, so just that seated position as needed. Taking some nice deep breaths. Nice work. This is probably one of my favorite stretches. Feels really good. And we'll hold this for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. We'll go ahead and switch it out, bringing our left leg over our right knee. Again, holding a chair or wall for balance here. And just gently rolling forward on that Fitball until we feel that stretch. And we should be feeling tension and not pain here. Awesome job.